The chapel is uniquely positioned on MSU's campus. It is along the banks of the scenic Red Cedar that we sing about in the fight song, that we think about when we remember our time here at MSU.
The chapel was built in 1951. The full name is the MSU Alumni Memorial Chapel. The alumni part is that the alumni spearheaded the campaign. It was built strictly by private funds, most of whom were MSU alumni. The philosophy in the building of the chapel was that the chapel would be whatever you are. And so if you're Christian, it's for you. If you're Jewish, it's for you. If you're Muslim, it's for you. The memorial aspect is the chapel being a memorial to fallen MSU students who served in the military.
One of the wonderful features of the Alumni Chapel is the carvings of the names of every Spartan alumni who's perished in service to our country.
There's approximately 500 names. The earliest students that were honored were Civil War, and the most recent are 2 students who died in Iraq.
And I had the opportunity to manage the chapel at the time when we added some names. And as sad of an occasion as it is when we have to say goodbye to another Spartan, it was wonderful to be able to honor their service to our country and their Spartan heritage at the same time. Another feature that's really unique are the relics that are embedded in the walls of the Alumni Chapel.
The story goes that different MSU officials went to Europe, and while in Europe they saw a bombed cathedral, European cathedral, and brought a stone or a brick back. There's about 40 altogether, and they came over a period of time and were put in the walls.
There's pieces from the White House and from ancient churches in Europe and relics across the world that really remind us that we're Spartans, but we're a global community, and that we're really tied to all of these other communities across the world and what that means to us. One of the beautiful features of the Alumni Chapel are the stained glass windows.
The windows went in 1959. And it was a huge enhancement. The stained glass is thematic.
They talk about the founding of the university, our roots in the Moral Act, and our land grant, past and future. It also talks about the values that we as students, as alumni, bring to the university. It is one of the most unique pieces of art that you will ever see. I don't think I've ever seen another piece of stained glass that has football players in it, but it's certainly beautiful and original and is something that people really remember when they visit the Alumni Chapel. I was married in this chapel. My husband and I chose the Alumni Chapel for a variety of reasons. One, that it's just a beautiful location. We took lots of photographs here at the chapel, both during the ceremony, before and after. Walking down the aisle in this building, with my father at my side, it was an amazing moment. And it's so intimate. You're so close to your guests. And so I was really able to look into the faces of friends and family members as we came down the aisle. But I think my favorite pictures of the Alumni Chapel from our wedding are as we exited the doors to have all of our friends and family greet us with smiles and congratulations and hugs. That was a really special moment, and that picture is one of the things that when I think about our wedding day that I picture in my head. I would absolutely recommend that any Spartan consider the Alumni Memorial Chapel for a remembrance event, a funeral, a wedding. We even book church services in this building. That can be done by contacting the Spartan Hospitality Group, and they can set you up with everything you need to have a wonderful event. We in Residential and Hospitality Services are so proud that for this moment in history, we get to be custodians of this beautiful tradition and know that we're preserving this for generations of Spartans to come.